What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and in this particular video, I will be reviewing Mary Season 3 Season Finale. Okay, let's get right into it, y'all. Also known as, why I had to do that with the cliffhanger. Really, y'all? Now I gotta wait till next season. Review. Okay, so anyway, shout out to my old new subscribers. Shout out to my YouTube fam. Also, some of my subscribers are part of my YouTube fam, my uncle family YouTubers. I appreciate all the love, support. I'm probably gonna make a video later on separate, maybe in a week and a half, because some stuff going on. I'll let y'all know later how that goes. It goes how it is. So I'll be making a video separate, but I'm not gonna instantly do it and like congratulate everybody in this video. So, you know, like I usually do, but I want to just appreciate just a quick thank you for everybody, because I've reached it over 1,000 subscribers, and I've been only here for 8 months as far as a YouTuber. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound, you know, but to start waterworks, but I appreciate all the support, and I just didn't expect to do this in such a little amount of time, and I cannot say how many times how thankful and humble and appreciate so much the love, support. And I just, there's so many words I can say, and that's all I can say. Just God bless y'all. Just thank you, 3 times, all caps. So anyways, y'all, let's get into this review, y'all. They still over Australia area, Outback Steakhouse, whatever, and they are now, I think, in New Zealand, and they're basically, it was kind of like the adventure thing. We kind of seen a couple performances, but it kind of more so focused tonight, maybe starting to see the signs of Erica basically branching out and slowly but surely accepting that she has to become a successful, the only way to become a successful, she has to be solo. So she ends up, you know, like I said, we just started seeing her branching out herself, because New Zealand actually, she it's supposed to be formed by herself, but Tina's not arriving at all. You know, she's not there to support a thing. But I mean, they're all doing everything from like on this ziplock thing, whatever they call it, and it's basically hanging on like some type of harness or something. They're zooming across the trees. It looks fun, but somehow I don't know why I think I might break my tail in the process. I just don't know. But I mean, it looks fun when you're looking outside, you know, outside looking in. And one of the things that comes up in between, I think, the performance, Kenneth is already talking to Warren, and they're talking about the fate of the group. Well, the fate of Erica has to get popping, and especially including the problem she's having with her vocal cords. She has to basically make some decisions, make some life-changing decisions, and in that case, it has to be that she's going to have to put Mary on the burner. I don't know if just going solo means maybe she might come back to it in a couple of years, or, you know, at least, you know, depending, or how successful once this album comes to Erica, she's gonna do another one, or just completely solo, or might reunite with Mary again, you know, and it might make some more tunes. No offense, but let's just say, y'all, we you know, I'm waiting. Okay, anyways, so when, you know, we got Warren and them talking, you know, basically it's like, you know, Kenneth's like this. He's about to get off the train and everything, because he came to focus and work with Erica as a solo artist. And Erica feels like she's a vibe, you know, and you know, like verbal and spiritual, obviously, binding to work with her sister. You know, it's like she believes like, okay, I still had to be there for Tina. And Tina now is like still like this, y'all. She is like, I want to be in this group. The group is the best thing for me. But let's rewind. Now, Warren realized he doesn't get a chance to really talk. Warren decides, you know, on his own to talk to Tina. He usually doesn't get a chance to do so. So in this particular case, he's going to do it. And he goes ahead, and, you know, the way Tina's talking, you could tell, like, she needs to go back to wherever that family counselor, whoever her and her husband was going to, because the way Tina's talking, she could still tell she lost doubt. She has still doubt. She said she wished she'd just go away, or everything positive was taken away from her, all this other stuff, whatever. And even Warren, because even Warren's face, I had to agree with him, because the way she was just talking, I feel like she's basically saying F it, you know, this past year, everything, and it's still the same repeat. It's like, you're not over this. Even if you decide to take that high risk of taking this man back, and which she has, you do need to still go even for yourself, because this stuff is going to hold on to you, and we see it kind of spaz out do this whole thing. Whatever is going on, you have this build up, and you do need to talk to somebody. I know I'm talking to Tina. You know, I know Tina is not going to look at this, but I'm just saying is that you know, it's okay to talk to somebody consistently. Okay, I even done myself. So I'm not going to sit. You know, I'm just saying this is that we just see it keeps dragging on. And so, like I said, Warren Space was just like, I'm sitting here, huh? And he just got this look when he say basically he loves her to death. It's okay to vent out because it's going to take time for the situation. But she basically like, you know, because even Warren had to remind her, is you talking about, you know, everything you love and taken away from you almost type of thing. But he's like, you got your kids, you know, your kids. And she's like, that's the only thing to keep me going because I just want to give up on everything and just go away. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this will not end well. Well, it didn't end well to a certain point. As we seen the last scene, and they got Nurse Dassy talking about, oh, okay, let's watch with Mary, you know, with Mary, with the next show. I'm like, they just want to sucker us in. I'm sorry, y'all. I just was irritated. Y'all seen the end. If y'all haven't already, go check in. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Open up the door, okay? Surprise credits. So, anyways, we have, like I said, you got Erica performing in New Zealand, and they first were going to do Shackles, and then basically did this transport, because she's sitting here trying to make a soul, almost like a acoustic soul type of version of the song, or just like a melody, like, you know, Shackles like this, you'd be sitting here like this, and then she's kind of like, shackles on my feet. I mean, I can't sing, y'all, but I'm just saying, compared to the usual version that we hear. And, you know, Warren and Kim think, like, you know, just do another slow tempo song. They will understand. She did. You know, I think she was singing, what, don't give up, or I forgot what the name of the song was. And then she did, of course, I Need Just a Little More Jesus. And the crowd, you know, the congregation, like, because it was in a church. And so forth. So, one of the many scenes is that Tina gets some nice bouquet of flowers. And this time, when she's talking to Teddy, they seem to be good stage. No snapping up like that. Teddy's not sounding like a television evangelist, you know, and stuff like that. But he's just like, you know, she's just like, did you like my turban? It's all colorful and stuff. And this is after they went to that zigzag thing, that little adventure thing, you know, across the trees. And she just, like I said, they were FaceTiming, Skype, whatever. And they were just talking, and he's like this, y'all. But why was he? I guess his hug. He patting like about to burp a baby. This is how I'm gonna hug you. I'm like, oh, I guess he's been doing that a lot with, especially recent with their last baby. So because they be up here like, yeah, oh gosh. But I mean, it was kind of a chilled moment. So like I said, Erica, like, has to face decision. She realized she can't do things because, you know, she already still has 10 days left, at least, I think, remaining until I guess she can focus on her solo career. So, you know, but she realized she's going to let go. So again, like I said, because it really wasn't that much this episode considered was the season finale that stood out. But because Google was there, but Google was not there, you know what I mean? So again, you notice always a lot of times, I guess maybe calms them down or whatever. 9 times out of 10, it's always an important talk, at least that occurs during near trees or water or both. You notice that, like, I noticed that they're all seeing at least one conversation. So this one conversation, this particular episode has to do with, now Tina, you know, they just signed it, you know, I think they went back to, this time in Sydney, Australia. And, you know, Tina's just like, I'm so happy. You know, even though she also, her luggage seems to be lost and stuff. She's like, I will rock this outfit on, put some lipstick on, some extra mascara. Because you know how she was about mascara last episode. And she's just like, she's just happy. Like, she realized the inspiration, Mary's keep her what going now, stuff like that. So, at this moment now, Tina is chilled. But, unfortunately, when Erica, you know, like I said, Erica just all of a sudden was just like, she's gonna have to, in a nice way, she's not gonna be able to fully obligate to Mary, and slowly just, you know, taking full words, because, you know, Erica's not going to bluntly just say, you know, I'm gonna have to quit Mary. And then Tina was like this. She was like, well, I know you probably misunderstood my words. And did y'all see it was like at least 10 examples, probably 5 of them just in this season alone, where she was just like, you know what, I'm tired. You know, Erica, Tina's like, Erica asks, well, Tina, this is a good concept. You know what, I ain't got time for that. I got too many babies. I got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I got time for that. I need to contribute to my family. I need to contribute. Just that they were just doing flashbacks, okay? And, you know, and Tina feels kind of upset because it's like, what? You basically leaving me? You know, that's type of mind frame, you know, one of them type of speeches. So that's how it is that moment. This what carries on into, I guess, this performance that they're having later on that evening. So right before they get ready, you know, Tina's still getting ready. Her shirt is wrinkled, so Google posts the iron, and she put on braces, and Tina's just like, you know, my this and this, and I'm looking this way, and what is this? Because she comes to the room, already you see her demeanor is just like, it's like finishing off what we've seen, you know, when she was talking to Warren, and now she's just like this, I gotta do this and blah blah blah, and this and this and that, and this here, and nothing's going right my way. Why should I be worried about this and blah blah blah, and this is going not right, and I gotta sit here and be this way and blah blah blah, and look at my side bun, and blah 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 blah, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah, and I'm sick and tired of this blah 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 and blah blah blah. Get the cameras out the way. Get the cameras out the way. So the cameras had to leave off of her, and we hear from outside the door. And here Tina it just almost starting to spaz out and sit here and talk about, you know what? You know, basically now she's trying to say like she sacrificed so much for the group Mary that it's kind of like, it's almost like the reason why her marriage had went down in two. No, Teddy's actions and little Teddy made too many guest appearances to stay if you know what I mean, and not, you know, and that's what happened. But she's sitting here talking about some you know, spazzing out. Because I was talking about, I'm not saying that. Let me hear it out. Which she did say it did have something to do with the marriage. Did she flips out? No, let me hear it out. And blah, 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 this and that. And I'm sick and tired of this. Blah, 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 blah. This because I was all her. Because even though she was saying words, it was just like, oh, gosh. Really? 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 Okay. So she just spazzing out. Blah, 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 whatever, right? So when they get ready to perform, you know, Erica, like I said, Tina has never done sport. Even if she talks to Smack, she still delivers, you know, brings the charisma to their stage, brings that energy, brings the hype. And then she got nerves, you know, that's like I said, when they get even ready to pray, not like, even though she was ready to perform, she was still a little worried about her mascara, and almost barely one light bulb in the whole arena, people worried about her mascara. Okay, so we already knew something was up with even that. Now this time, she's just like this. When they read, even when they praying, but she's not saying, hurry up, I gotta do. She was just like this. Could somebody get this? Let me get this out of my bag. This here, okay? All right, is we go on stage, whatever. Looks at the watch. Well, she ain't had no watch. She had braces on her own, but she wished it was a watch there or something. It was just her whole attitude was just like, really? I don't really want to be here now. I want to walk out now. Because they say it's a confessional. This is the only time that she wished she could be a no-show. And so, when they're on stage, y'all, you just see her like this. You see Erica, everybody, praise God, everybody, how's everybody doing out there? Hallelujah. Here go Tina and stuff, sitting there just drink out the water bottle. And then she's just like this. And even Erica just, where everybody praise, what's this, let's get into it. And she just, I'm just like, this, like I said, this is not going to end well. So all of a sudden, through the song, you know, all really Tina, at least what we were seeing, with some editing involved, we just seeing Tina, all she's doing this is the most. Because Tina's just like, of course, confessional. She's sick and tired, all this other stuff, or whatever's going on. She's like, I'm just done with it. I wash my hands with it. I don't want anything else to do with it, okay? It is too much. It is taken out of my soul. And she's really just saying she can go ahead. She don't want nothing to do else with the group anymore, period, okay? She's done it over, cherish the memories. And then she turns her back around again, and Erica's just like, what the heck? And all of a sudden, you know, Tina says to Mike, and her face is just talking about she doesn't feel inspired, and that she's had a horrible year. You know, she felt like giving up on life, giving up on God, and it just, Warren with the shades on is in the middle of some dark. Never mind. Okay, that's not the point. But he's just looking like this, But everybody in the audience was still trying to encourage her, like, it's okay, you're human. They're trying to inspire, because she's just like, she feels like a hypocrite. She's supposed to inspire, but she doesn't feel inspired. And she just, and Erica, just sitting there trying to, sit there like a, I know part probably wish she could console her, but she has to still give this performance. And she just walks off the stage. And then you just see her face in the corner on the side of the stage. And Erica sings song Little More Jesus, which really, she did need a little more Jesus with that spasm, whatever. So Warren even comes to the side of Tina, like, basically, like, it's like, what happened? Why did you leave the stage and stuff? What's going on? And I don't think they show a little bit more, too much of the conversation. Eventually, Tina, after hearing the song, felt, at least comfortable enough to come back on the stage, and she sang a little bit more Jesus song, referring to herself, because she does need it. And she did, they end up singing a song, Isn't God in Me, and she was able to sing. But I don't know how many songs were in that set, but that just seemed like that was the only song that she sang, or at least what was shown on the TV. And it went from there. So later on, after the performances, they talk backstage, and basically it's like these last 3 performances, and now it's back like what we're going to do with this, and Tina's still up, got her guards up, and really is not thinking about finishing the performance period. And then it turns out also too, Erica at times like, well, I had to cancel certain performances we had because of my voice and stuff like that. And weren't you the one that sat there and was still trying to tell me to not cancel those shows despite it was not healthy for my voice? And the doctors told me not to and everything. And now it's just at a standstill, where I think Tina was just like, go ahead, I'm sick of this type of thing, or whatever. I could have sworn that's what she said. So now it's at a standstill. It was one of those kind of conversations is, it can go either good, really good, or really, really bad, or to worse. So we don't know if the group is going to stand at all. One of the topics, because like I said, Tina and her thing, now she decides she wants to be part of the group fully. And she kind of feels like Erica's like, backstabbed her about it. And it's kind of like, okay, we can be sisters. That's it. I'll wash your hands, but we ain't got to be in the group anymore. That's that. There's so many words I could say, but that's a whole nother video. Anyway, so all of a sudden they get back home, California. And right when Tina was saying about she's been having a, toxic year, all the stuff she's went through, all of a sudden we see Teddy. Hold on just a second. We hold on, let me sit down. I got to do this. And then all of a sudden he let us know. He starts singing a song like, I came dressed in my Sunday best, and was singing to her. Well, basically he was proposing to her again, because after all what they've been through and everything else, he wanted to sit there and propose to her, which he did. When I thought they said we could be, whoever that party was saying about we can be friends, and then I thought he's gonna rhyme it with again, will you love me again or something like that. But he said something about marry me and pull out the ring. I think that distracted her, whatever that rhyme. So at first I knew she was gonna say yes, but it took her a minute to really think like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And she took it, and they're remarried, about to have a wedding. I don't know what's going on, okay? But based on the last clip where I'm about to get into. So the last clip is, I think they're back at Erica's house. And, all of a sudden, here's Tina back in a happy, joy mood, whatever. And she's showing, I guess, I don't know what photo it is, but I guess what they did, the confession. She's just like this. Like, he proposed to me, girl, when I was doing my interviews and stuff like that. He proposed to me, and Erica's just so happy because now she feels like now it could be one happy family unit again, or at least to the right track of being together. And all of a sudden, when we hear a knock on the door, isn't just me, y'all, and they had the music kind of play. It was kind of like they had it set up like, if y'all ever seen one of those scary movies, and they had the music like something. It was something that made you seem like it was about to be at least a suspense thriller, or if not a horror flick. So all of a sudden they go to the door, and here they open it. Sound like Jaw music and stuff. I know I'm a bit over exaggerating, but they kind of made it. And here go Mitch with the shades on, just credits. That's the part I was talking about, because I swear I thought Mitch was going to give him handing them papers in this episode. I thought I was going to end on that note, but they like this, no, you're going to have to see season 4 to see what the heck it is. So maybe they're going to go and for season 4 film, film actually when he put the lawsuit against him. So I don't know honestly if I'm going to review any more of any more Mary Mary, but who knows? Things might change. But anyways, y'all, thank you for riding with me from episode 1 to episode now and everything else where we seen and noticed, and I know that a lot of us in particular have changed our views of Mary Mary, and I have to say the same thing too. It's kind of like it's not the same anymore, but I ain't gonna lie, I still wish them the best as far as the careers they choose, and hopefully Tina and Teddy and Tina are going to still continuously move on, that they, whatever they decide, together or separated, you know what I mean? So anyways, y'all have a good night, pleasant week, pleasant night, pleasant weekend, and I definitely see y'all in the next video. And if y'all plan on watching LA Hair, I might actually review that too. And reality TV, marriage awards, whatever they call it. But y'all know what I mean. Y'all have a pleasant day and God bless. Thank you, like I said, I appreciate y'all again for riding with me with this episode. Alright, take care, y'all.